Corky, tell me a little bit about what's happening here today.
Well, we're here today. What we are is the Patriots of Éire, right? And we're a collective of Say No groups from around the country. At the moment, there's about 22 Say No groups around the country. And we're all opposed to what's going on in our country at the moment.
And what exactly is going on?
At the moment, one of our prime focuses is immigration. The regime basically opted in to the Migration Pact when they had an option-out clause. But against our wishes, which they didn't ask us basically, they just said we're opting in and gave us, the people of Ireland, no choice whatsoever. And we're demanding a referendum so we can put an end, well, let the people decide what the people want in a referendum on our own migration policy. And they're attacking our Christianity by bringing in these foreign people. We're a dominant Christian country. At the moment, 20 years ago, we made up 70% of the Irish population. And in only 20 years now we're down, the indigenous Irish people are down to only 68%. At its present rate, in 5 to 8 years, we'll be the minority in our own country. Christianity will be overrun by Islam. Multiculturalism doesn't work. It's proven all over Europe, all over the world. Sweden being a prime example. Once one of the safest countries in the world. Now you can't go there, simple as that. And that's what they're bringing in. The crime in Ireland has gone up by 80% because of migration, caused by migrants on Irish people. Murders, rapes, torture, attacks, every day.
I've just been speaking to one woman in the community. She takes a stick out if she with her when she goes to walk her dog because she doesn't feel safe.
Yeah. We hear that. I travel the whole country. And I remember up till a couple of years ago, you could walk the streets of Dublin, any place you want, and you wouldn't have any fear. You're going to have your local thugs in every town that are Irish, and we'd accept that. But everything has gone up so much more now. There's parts of Dublin now that you just can't walk up no more, whether you're a man or a woman, even 10 men. There's, so much trouble. You saw what happened there in Dublin last week, where a migrant went loose after a nightclub with a knife and killed another migrant and seriously injured another. And in that video footage, you couldn't even see one Irish person on the street. It was just full of migrants that came out of this pub. You heard about the incident on, I think it was Stony Batter, where a man went to 3 houses, they opened the doors and stabbed 3 people in the neck in the last week. A woman got attacked down in Limerick, in Cork and in Galway, and that's just in the last week alone. If any one of those incidents has happened in Ireland in 1 year before, it'd be on the papers all week. But now it's all suppressed by the regimes, RTE, Virgin Media, News Talk. They just brush it under the rug. And it's up to us, the people, to raise awareness by having our own alternative media as well, which is what we're doing with the Patriots of Éire. We've got legal, we've got our activism that we have here to bring it to people's attention. We've got our housing crisis, as I said, 16,000 homeless. We're trying to help that into our thing. And then we have our freedom and our spirituality, our Christianity, which I just mentioned already, that we're trying to save. The reason we're here today is because we basically want to start hitting the government where it hurts them, that's in the pocket. This is all caused by corruption. From you have the WEF, you have the EU and the UN. And it's all money for them. From the politicians right down to the builders. And by hitting them in the pocket and making it in a way that they're losing money, we're going to put pressure on them until they give us a referendum. And of course now we got the news this week as well of opting out of the triple lock system to get us into NATO so they can send Irish soldiers over to Ukraine eventually. When Ireland has tens of thousands of single Ukrainian men, even men with their wives, that should have stayed in Ukraine. So if they want people to fight in Ukraine, then let Ukrainian men go back and fight for their country. Irish men should not have to go.
What can the people do to get behind this cause?
By getting out and supporting us with their feet on the ground. Now, a lot of people can't. Say business people. They're worried their business will get affected. But they can help by promoting, by supporting us in the background. in any kind of way whatsoever. But we need people, especially on the ground. But again,
But surely,
as well.
and I understand that people are scared, we've got the same problems in the UK, but surely if everybody stands up and says, "Do you know what, no more, we're all coming together," surely they can't take everybody on, or can they?
Well, the situation quite simply is, right, these business people say, which I understand can come out, I've spoken to loads of them, there's going to be a tipping point in this country that, as I always like to compare, if you pump enough air into a balloon, the balloon's going to burst.
Yeah.
You keep bringing these migrants in at the rate they're bringing them in, the country's going to burst. The question is, which way is it going to burst? Is it literally going to burst into a civil war? And the Irish people, a lot of people have said the Irish have fallen in comments. The Irish haven't fallen. And the reason the Irish haven't fallen is because we haven't risen yet. And that's a simple fact. We are Irish, and we're not going to let this happen. And we are going to take whatever means it takes, starting today, to disrupt the regime's plans to do what they're doing to this country.
Well, thank you for your time, and I wish you the best
problem
of
at all.
luck. Thank you. I'm Sammy Woodhouse at Rebel News, and I've travelled from the UK to Rosslare in Ireland for the illegal immigration protest. Now, we here at Rebel News aren't government funded, so of course we need your help and support with donations to fund our journalism. So if you would like to get behind me and support me in all of my work, then please head over to migrantreport.com. Thank you.